Imagine a time when Europe was populated by powerful animals that are now long extinct. This fascinating era was home to some of the most impressive creatures that have ever existed. From giant woolly mammoths that roamed the frozen steppes in herds, to the majestic cave lions that were the top hunters of their time, today we are going on a journey into the past together, to prehistoric Europe. Get ready for a breathtaking journey through time into a world full of prehistoric giants. These are the most terrifying animals of prehistoric Europe. Gastornis was a large, flightless bird with a massive, powerful beak, often compared to the beak of a parrot. The body was robust and powerful, and the legs were strong and muscular, indicating great running speed. Gastornis had small, flightless wings and a powerful neck. Gastornis could reach a height of up to 2 meters, and the weight of these impressive birds is estimated to be around 150 to 200 kilograms. Gastornis lived during the Paleocene and Eocene epochs, approximately 56 to 40 million years ago. This giant bird was one of the top predators in its ecosystem. It could probably use its massive beak to grind up hard food, such as bones or shells. Gastornis is believed to have been omnivorous, although its exact feeding habits are still debated. Some hypotheses suggest that it ate plant material and smaller animals, while others suggest that it was purely carnivorous. Gastornis probably had few natural enemies, as it was one of the largest and most fearsome animals of its time. Competition for food may also have presented a challenge, particularly from other large predators or scavengers. The remains of Gastornis have been found primarily in Europe, but similar birds previously considered to be in the same genus have also been discovered in North America. Indricotherium, also known as Prehistoric, was one of the largest land mammals to ever live. It looked like a huge hornless rhinoceros with a long neck and powerful legs. The head was relatively small compared to the massive body, and it had a long muscular neck that allowed it to reach tall trees. Indricotherium reached a shoulder height of about 4.5 to 5.5 meters and a total height of up to 7 meters. Its weight is estimated at 15 to 20 tons, making it one of the largest land mammals in Earth's history. Indricotherium lived during the late Oligocene to early Miocene, about 34 to 23 million years ago. Indricotherium was a herbivore and played an important role in its ecosystem as a mega-herbivore. By grazing trees and bushes, Indricotherium helped control vegetation and keep the ecosystem in balance. Due to its enormous size, Indricotherium probably had few natural enemies as an adult. Juveniles, on the other hand, could have been threatened by large predators. Large predators of the time, such as hyenas or large saber-toothed cats, may have attempted to prey on young or sick animals. The remains of Indricotherium have been found mainly in Asia and southeastern Europe. Megantereon was a medium-sized saber-toothed cat with strikingly long, curved canines protruding from its upper jaw. These canine teeth were dagger-like and probably served to pierce prey and inflict deep wounds. Megantereon had a powerful build with muscular limbs, indicating strong hunting power. Its fur and general appearance may have been similar to that of modern big cats, although detailed reconstructions remain speculative. Megantereon was smaller than some of its more famous relatives such as Smilodon. It reached a height of about 60 to 70 centimeters at the shoulder and weighed an estimated 100 to 150 kilograms. Megantereon lived from the Pliocene to the early Pleistocene, about 5 million to 500,000 years ago. This cat was a major predator and played an important role in the ecosystem as an apex predator. Its long canine teeth and powerful jaws suggested that it specialized in killing large prey. It probably hunted large herbivores such as horses, deer, and young mammoths by inflicting deep wounds on them that resulted in rapid death from blood loss. Megantereon was likely a loner, relying on surprise ambush attacks. Juveniles may have been threatened by other predators, but adults had little to fear due to their size and strength. The remains of Megantereon have been found in numerous regions, including Europe, Africa, and also Asia. The cave bear was a large, robust bear with powerful limbs and a massive skull. Its appearance was similar to today's brown bear, but it was more massively built. The cave bear had long, curved claws and thick fur that protected it from the cold temperatures of the Ice Age. Cave bears were larger than most modern bears. Male cave bears could reach a height of up to 1.7 meters at the shoulder and stand up to 3.5 meters tall when standing on their hind legs. Males varied in weight from 400 to 1,000 kilogram, while females tended to be smaller and lighter. The cave bear lived during the Pleistocene epoch, approximately 300,000 to 25,000 years ago. It died out at the end of the last ice age. Cave bears mainly inhabited Europe and preferred caves as shelter, which is why they got their name. They played a significant role in the ecosystem as large herbivores, feeding primarily on plant materials such as grasses, herbs, berries, and roots. However, there is also evidence that they occasionally ate meat, making them opportunistic omnivores. Cave bears used caves not only as shelters, but also as hibernation sites. These caves were often used for many generations, resulting in rich fossil discoveries in these areas. Because of their immense size and strength, adult cave bears likely had few natural enemies. However, young bears may have been threatened by large predators such as cave lions, wolves, and possibly humans. People living at the same time probably hunted cave bears for their fur, as well as their meat and bones. The remains of cave bears have been found in numerous caves across Europe, from Spain and France to Russia. The cave lion, also known as the Eurasian cave lion or European lion, was a large subspecies of lion. It resembled modern lions, but was larger and more powerfully built. Ice Age cave paintings and sculptures suggest that cave lions may not have had manes, although this is controversial. Their fur was probably thick and short to protect them from the cold temperatures. The cave lion was larger than today's African lion. Males reached a height of about 1.2 meters at the shoulder and a total length of about 3.5 meters. Males were estimated to weigh around 250 to 350 kilograms, while females were generally slightly smaller and lighter. Cave lions lived during the Pleistocene epoch, about 400,000 to 10,000 years ago. They disappeared at the end of the last ice age. Cave lions were apex predators and played an important role in the ecosystem by hunting large herbivores and regulating the populations of these animals. Their prey included mammoths, woolly rhinos, giant deer, horses, and cattle. They probably hunted both in packs and alone, depending on the prey and the circumstances. Cave lions lived in a variety of habitats, from open forests to grasslands, and often used caves as shelters, particularly during the winter months or to raise their young. They faced competition from other large predators such as wolves, hyenas, and cave bears. Humans living at this time may also have posed a threat as they competed for the same prey and may have hunted lions. The remains of cave lions have been found in numerous caves and archaeological sites in Europe, Asia, and North America. These finds include skulls, bones, and sometimes even well-preserved remains in permafrost areas. The woolly mammoth was a massive elephant with thick, long fur that protected it from Ice Age temperatures. It had a strongly domed forehead and large, curved tusks that could reach up to 4 meters long. Its fur consisted of a dense undercoat and longer guard hairs. The ears and tail were smaller than those of today's elephants to minimize heat loss. Woolly mammoths reached a height of about 3 meters at the shoulder. Their weight varied from 4 to 7 tons, with males generally being larger and heavier than females. The woolly mammoth lived during the late Pleistocene, about 400,000 to 10,000 years ago. It became extinct at the end of the last ice age, with the last known populations remaining on Wrangel Island in the Arctic Ocean until around 2000 before Christ. Woolly mammoths played a significant role in the Ice Age ecosystems of the Mammoth steppe, which spanned North America, Europe, and Asia. They were large herbivores and fed primarily on grasses, herbs, and shrubs. By grazing and turning over the soil, they helped maintain vegetation and encouraged the growth of new plants. Their presence had a significant impact on the landscape, creating open grasslands and reducing tree and bush density. This helped maintain the Mammoth steppe ecosystem and supported a variety of other herbivores and predators. Adult woolly mammoths had few natural enemies, but young, sick, and old animals may have been threatened by large predators such as cave lions, wolves, and saber-toothed cats. Humans also played a significant role as hunters of woolly mammoths. Archaeological evidence suggests that prehistoric humans hunted woolly mammoths and used their remains for meat, bone, ivory, and fur. The remains of woolly mammoths have been found throughout Europe, Asia, and North America. Particularly noteworthy are the well-preserved specimens found in the permafrost of Siberia. The woolly rhinoceros was a large, robust animal with thick, long fur that protected it from Ice Age temperatures. It had two prominent horns on its nose, with the front horn growing up to 1 meter long. His build was stocky and strong, with short, massive legs and a large head. The woolly rhinoceros had a wide mouth that was adapted for grazing on ground-level plants. The woolly rhinoceros reached a height of about 2 meters at the shoulder and a total length of about 3.5 meters. Its weight ranged from 2 to 3 tons, with males typically being larger and heavier than females. The woolly rhinoceros lived during the late Pleistocene, about 350,000 to 10,000 years ago. It died out near the end of the last ice age, probably due to a combination of climate changes and human hunting. The woolly rhinoceros played a significant role in the Mammoth steppe ecosystem that spanned North America, Europe, and Asia. As a large herbivore, it fed mainly on grasses, herbs, and shrubs. By grazing the vegetation, it helped maintain the open grasslands that provided habitat for many other animals. This landscape management promoted biodiversity and contributed to the stability of the ecosystem. Adult woolly rhinos had few natural predators due to their size and strength. Juveniles, on the other hand, may have been threatened by large predators such as cave lions, wolves, and saber-toothed cats. Humans also played an important role as hunters of the woolly rhinoceros. Archaeological finds and cave paintings suggest that prehistoric humans hunted woolly rhinos and used their remains for meat, fur, and bones. The remains of woolly rhinos have been found throughout Europe and Asia. Particularly noteworthy are the well-preserved specimens discovered in the permafrost of Siberia. The Irish elk, also known as the giant deer or Megaloceros, was one of the largest deer to ever live. It had impressive antlers that could measure up to 3.5 meters from tip to tip. His frame was strong and muscular, and he had long legs that gave him an impressive height. Its fur was thick and probably adapted to the cold climate conditions. The Irish moose reached a shoulder height of around 2 meters. Males ranged in weight from 500 to 700 kilograms. The antlers alone could weigh up to 40 kilograms. The Irish elk lived during the late Pleistocene and early Holocene, approximately 400,000 to 8,000 years ago. It became extinct towards the end of the last ice age, with the last known populations in Western Europe and parts of Asia. The Irish moose played an important role in the Ice Age forests and steppes of Europe and Asia. As a large herbivore, it fed primarily on grasses, leaves, and shrubs. By grazing and breaking branches, it helped maintain the vegetation and promoted the growth of new plants. These deer were probably found in both open grasslands and sparse forests, and had a significant influence on the structure and composition of their habitats. Humans hunted the Irish elk, as archaeological finds and prehistoric art show. This hunting may have contributed to its decline and eventual extinction. Irish elk remains have been found in many parts of Europe and Asia, from Ireland and Great Britain to Russia and Siberia. Particularly notable are the well-preserved antlers discovered in peat bogs and other wetlands. As you see, prehistoric Europe was complete nightmare fuel. Animals that are still relatively large and dangerous today, like brown bears or lions, were much more so in earlier times. This shows once again that we can be happy that animals have changed in the course of evolution and are no longer as gigantic as they were back then. Otherwise, they would cause fear and terror everywhere today. But if you could, which extinct animal would you bring back to life? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will catch you in the next video.